Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Sports Talk with me, Rical. Hey, the Cincinnati Bengals. We're gonna go straight to it, man. The Cincinnati Bengals drafted Shemar Stewart, defensive end, 21-year-old defensive end. I remember said with the number 17 pick in the first round this year draft, and he has left the organization. Asked the team to be traded, which the team have to into August 5th to be able to trade him. If not, he will re-enter the NFL draft in 2026. Any and every team can draft him except the Bengals. The Bengals won't be able to, so 31 team in the NFL can draft him except the Cincinnati Bengals, who will lose the draft pick and the rights to him because of the dumb move that they're trying to do. The Bengals organization. It's a tight knit. It's the where the father died, left it to the son. It's him and his wife, his daughter, his son-in-law, I think a cousin or whatever. It's a 5 people running the organization, with the exception of the scout, and then of course in. But they don't have all the money like that. Other teams are billionaires. And they have other avenues, other ways to make money. Not the Bengals. The Bengals don't have that luxury. The Bengals is all they own. It's the Bengals. It's Cincinnati Bengals. That's all they own. They don't own anything else. They don't have anything else. There's no other business. This is all they got. No properties, nothing. And so they're not billionaires. They're millionaires, but not billionaires. And to sign Chase, to sign Chase, they had to go get a loan, sell part of the team, get a loan to put the team as a collateral for them to be able to do that. And when you sign players, if you don't know how contracts work, right? When you sign players, for example, if I sign you, right, to $200 million, right, I had to take that $200 million, put it in an escrow account. The union did the right thing by doing that for the players. So if the team owners decide to, on a gambling debt, whatever, lose everything, right? If they were to lose everything on whatever it is, it won't affect the players, because that money itself, you lose a team bankrupt, whatever it is, mismanaged, whatever it is you do. But the player's money is in the escrow account. That money just, it's like when you set up a trust. And so the money, you control the trust. You have your lawyers draft the trust for you, and the trust is hold off. Like the banks are holding the trust. And of course you have, just like your account, you control where the money go. How much money you get, whatever. So the escrow account, the money's there, it's being paid. Just like your house, you pay your mortgage, the property taxes you pay, and the school tax, you pay. That money, property taxes and school tax are on an escrow account that pay that to the township, the county where you live, and whatever. Anyway, the Bengals, as a business owner, you can write whatever provision, whatever language you want when it comes to your employees. The employee then do have the right to say, no, I don't want to sign that, and we don't hire you. But all the laws are within the Department of Labor's guideline. Of course, you have lawyers. That's why you hire lawyers for. Their job is to look what the Department of Labor has put out, right, and read it properly. And there are some leeways. There are some wiggle room to be able to still be within that guideline, right? You find with all of that. So they able to, what they did to Stewart, he decided to leave to say, hey, I'm going to re-enter the 2026 draft. Bengals can't sign him. They can't draft him. They have until August 5th to trade him. Team will have to want him. And at this point, I don't see a team that's going to give the Bengals a first round pick. You're going to lose out because the Bengals decide to add provision, to add a language to the contract. To say, hey, if he get in trouble, if he had any altercation, any issues, drunk driving, a ticket, a speeding ticket, anything like that, the guaranteed money that they give him, he's gonna forfeit that. Now the Bengals they are the only team who came up with that provision because they don't have any money. They're not trying to waste money. They try to recoup money from players. Like I said, they put those money in the escrow account for all the players. You have a 52-man roster. You have to put money in the escrow account for all 52-man roster, including the practice squad players. Practice squad players are now went to what 7 to 15. You know what I mean? 15 players. So those players are all that money. You have to put that money in the escrow account. And I told you, every team in the NFL are $1 billion team. The billionaires. The ownership of billionaires. They have other resources, other businesses that they own, where they can take a, if it is $100 million, $300 million a year for players, including for the entire staff, they have that. But the Bengals don't have that luxury. Like I said, all they own is the Bengals. They don't have the luxury. They have to sell part of the team. To be able to do that, they have to take a loan to pay Chase. To pay the quarterback. But still, at the end of the day, they're entitled to do whatever they want to. Is it wrong? Yes, it is. Because now you're telling a player, hey, we can't. We're not. For us to we just drafted you because we like you, but we want to put these provision in there to start with you. You know what I mean? They want to start create a precedent to what they're willing to do moving forward, because they couldn't do that with anybody else. They figure, hey, you're a rookie, we could do that, which is why Zion is going to you know what I mean? Which is why Zion is going to do right now. But with Zion, they put a weight clause, which is ridiculous for him, but Zion's in the club all the time. He's just chasing women instead of actually working out. He have his natural built right now because he's young, but that's not gonna stick. Can you imagine Zion at 30, 35? He probably, I doubt he'll be in the league at that rate, the way he's going. And I know a couple of people say, hey, Zion don't want to be there, but no, this has nothing to do with it. But anyway. Yes, the Bengals have the right to do whatever they want to, but come on, but they're about to lose Shemar Stewart for nothing, because now the Bengals have called multiple teams in the NFL trying to give Shemar Stewart to them in a trade and recoup. They want their next year first round picks, and those every team they call, well they called the team in the top 10. It didn't work. They went to the top 20. It's not working. So and they've called 31 teams. They're willing to go, but they want to keep it. The most they got in return. It was the Bucks, the Jaguars, and the Rams, Miami. Not the Steelers. The Steelers, offer a third round pick, but everybody else have offer a second round pick. Everyone they talk to, offer a second round pick. The Jets told them that we didn't, we were good, because the Jets are solid at defensive end. And you have Will McDonald, you have Jermaine Johnson. The Jets are loaded with DN, so they don't need that. We're good with that. So they told them that now we're okay. But other team they call all of them have offered a second round pick, with the exception of Pittsburgh. The Steelers, who told them we'll give you a third round pick and a player, which the Bengals looking at it like, yo, it's not worth it. No, it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Because you want to do a dumb move, adding a stupid provision. Yes, I understand. You're gonna do whatever you can to protect yourself, your organization from players who's, but then you draft a player. If you feel that once you did your investigation that the player was a headache or whatever it is, you shouldn't draft him. But you did, but decided to say, hey, let me set this precedent now with that player to for it to move forward. Nah, man. But we'll see what happens. But Stewart, this agent, they're willing to sit down, because when you look at it, right, back then these kids didn't have much. They didn't have much, and they were able to, when they get drafted, they trying to get their family out of the hood. They're trying to get whatever, so hey, you able to tell them whatever, they sign those contracts regardless. But now with the NIL deal, all those players had money. You know what I mean? Those guys are millionaires before they even hit the NFL. So you look at Cooper Rush, a kid like Cooper Rush was making $28 million a year. $28 million a year in college. An NIL deal. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You look at college team, Texas, all those teams, but $80 million roster. So players, it's good that you able to spend some money. So the guys like Stewart, Shemar Stewart, saying, hey, I can hold out. Yes, I want to be in the NFL, but I can hold out and come back next year. He's still eligible to do that. He could re-enter the draft next year again. Now, the thing is, he's gonna be very attractive for a lot of teams to be picked higher. He was picked 17 in this year draft. Next year draft, he's gonna be picked higher. He'll be picking the top 10, probably, even the top 5 player, if not the top 3. He won't be a first round pick. I mean, first pick of the draft, but I think top 5, top 3, because he's already know the in and out of the NFL, right? He's already trained. You already see what he could do in the NFL. He's already training, so that he already understand the playbook. So that he know the in and out. So that's gonna be a good thing for him. So the Bengals, also lose a pick that a pick that they had. You know what I mean? But you pick a player that can help you go to the next level to build your organization, because the deeper you go in the playoffs, the more money the organization make. You're able to go to the Super Bowl and win. It's a great thing for you. You made a lot of money, that you transition your team, your organization, from a multi-million-dollar team to a billion-dollar team, and that puts you in a billionaire status. You'll be able to pay the loans that you borrow. If you the Browns, or not the Browns, if you the Bengals, I'm sorry, it's the Cleveland Browns. It's Cincinnati Bengals. If you are the Bengals, but they want to do dumb moves. But it is what it is, man. Anyway, man, sports talk. Like, subscribe, and share, man. Peace out. I hope you have a blessed day. Peace out.